Well, it's a very sunny day here compared to yesterday's race. Sun shining here on this Tochigi land. Anyways, welcome everyone to round 3 of the Hololive GT3 Japan Series series for the 24-25 season. We're here in Twin Ring Motegi for the Motegi 400. That out of the way, let's take a look into what the track looks like. Obviously, this is a track that has a lot of slow corners. Some pretty decently length straights, so you gotta have to gear your car towards effective braking and also a car that could cut cars in a straight line. But downforce is also a priority as well. You can see here 2 and 3. And you got like the S section as well. These are also critical corners where you can gain a lot of speed. We're gonna talk left time. We've already seen 150s. Let's see who can crack the 149s. Speaking of which, we are going to make an announcement in due course about the future of the series. We already have established that Hololive GT3 as a championship will no longer be the case. And then there will be just the individual races. But for now, we are just going to hold out that everything is going to be as planned and all that stuff. But anyways, we have the Tsuyo series race coming right up. So let's take a look at the Tsuyo series standings here. After 2 races, Jake Martinez of course takes the lead after winning in dramatic and dominant fashion at Yongnam, led by over 50 seconds, and then Iron Nakamura second. Leo Goyena in 3rd, and then we also have Misaki Sakura 4th. She is now replaced by Hanami Kiriko, who makes her Himori Luna debut actually. And then 5th place we got Surprise Package with Daniel Barger representing Hoshimaki Suisei, which is an insane, well, surprising package, of course, because we don't expect drivers like Barger to get up there, but there he is. I mean, he represents Hoshimaki Suisei, and of course he represents one of the best of best. Again, Joshua Sahi 6th, Tyler Williams 7th, also was at 8th, Jason Kinside 9th. And Roshin Crusher runs at the top 10. Now, the last time we were here, Zeke Wimberly was racing for Shirakami Fubuki, but that has now changed as he has now been replaced by Sami Ake after, of course, Zeke Wimberly left the organization without any prior explanation or context. Just left. So, anyways, Moshe Reza in 11th, Maverick Ducey M12th. Sami Ake in 13th, and then Etsky 14th, Chaka Labrador is 15th, Saber 16th, Rip Oliver 17th, Richie 18th, and Joey 19th. The Lexus cars, after seeing what was there in the Zako, they hope that they're able to have a good result for Team Lexus and to keep themselves in the title hunt. Joey, of course, is going to try to bring himself back to the points after what has been a really not so good season for Jufu Deiranen. Let's hope it changes today here as we're about to get ourselves ready for qualifying. Anyways, my name is Mamashasa Reza in the commentary booth as we are getting ourselves ready for qualifying. Sunny days here in Twin Ring Motegi as we are checking on the cars right now. They are getting ready to race. First car already out. That is Tyler Williams on the number 57 machine. He's looking to improve on his aspect of aggression next time by. But for now, he has to race whatever he can. So that number 57 machine, the Mechanica car. Cars around some areas, but I don't think that would be so much of an issue. Two more cars out, Ari Nakamura and Sky, and that's also Chaka Labradoris. Having a good season so far for Matsuri, but hold on that he can pull up with some heroics later on in the season, but we will see how it goes. And we are coming into the further into qualifying. Here's Joey for GT3 running, having what is currently a forgettable season so far for Raden. Hasn't scored a single point in the Hololive GT3, nor has he been able to score any points in the Holotype just yet. Again, the Honda that he can score his first points is just going to be there. Meanwhile, alternate wizard, J Martinez as well. Oh yeah, I just want to remind everyone that we are about to see two new debutants, Sami Ake and the number 22 Shirakami Fubuki Nissan, as well as Hanami Kiriko, who makes her debut for Morning Luna. An intriguing prospect to take a look into, as we'll see how these two drivers essentially tackle this track. Goyena and Seirin also make it out. Ty Williams has already started his lap, but we are not going to be focusing on him. We're not going to be focusing on Lorenzo Ricci though, on the number 6 Ultramarine Lexus. So anyways, coming into the final corners, the final chicane, straight line in and then get a good exit from the final corner to make sure you don't lose the rear from that corner for this long main straight run, and then brake at around the 75-50 meter board into the first corner. I think he locked up just a bit here into the first part of turn 1, but getting a good exit here is crucial for this also very decently length straight 75 meter board. And again, you see here the lockup from Ricci coming in turn 2, but he does recover very well in turn 3, and then heavy brake 75 meter board into turn 4. Tries to brake as late as possible. Anyway, and then into the turn 5 sweeper. S here, 48.112 for second sector for Lorenzo Ricci. Turn 9, use the curb as a reference point. That's where you need to brake. Then again, it's a stop and go type of track here, so you gotta need to really again, it's your braking point here. And I don't think Ricci has been acing his braking points enough, but he is going for that lead apex here, especially for this back straight. He has run. Get some changes in the timing. We are seeing some improvements here, as you can see here, braking into the 100 meter board here into turn 11, one of the slowest corners yet. And turns 12, 13, 14, you get the straight line as much as you can. Hopefully with the unit ready to slow down as well. And that should be a lap here in Twin Ring Motegi, as we get to see Ricci try to set a pretty decent lap here. He places himself 7th. Very good manufacturer parity. Jake Martinez down in 11th after winning at after his dominant win at Yeongnam. Tamaki 13th in his debut. Hanami Kiriko is gonna start on pole position, but not before Danilo Goyena. 152.44. As the 19 cars set their laps here. Oh my goodness. Hanami Kiriko on the precipice of getting her first pole position in her debut in the Hololive GT3. And that's Joshua Asahi actually tangling with Rustin Carrascio. And that's going to be Asahi out of qualifying. No improvements from her on the first sector. Just Goyena having a very good lap here. 2 Hondas on pole position in what is essentially Honda's home track. Again, you get to see the Kiriko not having a lot of time to gain on the second sector either. Track 11 Norris has now become the best Lexus in the field. Now moves up in position. Now in 3rd place, we have see Joey as well. well, going up to 11th. Also, it's not going to be on pole position anytime soon, but looking at Jake Martinez, he is faster. No improvements, no. Well, he gained some time. Yes, he does. He goes 151.061. Lorenzo Ricci, no gains from him just yet. Here's Shaka Breza. He goes up into 7th place. Tries to get closer to his sister. Now up into 5th place. Sami Ake moves up to 14th temporarily after 13th, but not for Horacio. Nothing to say about it. Here comes Seirin, bumps Kiriko down to 3rd place on that Ferrari 296. Checo Labradores now on his now on a league of his own. We're going to be take a look into Oldboard and see if he is able to find at least a 10th of a second, and he does not. Slower than his best lap. Daniel Barger goes there. Ari Nakamura has now gone up to 2nd. We just want to give a bit of a context on this battle here. Nakamura and Kiriko are in their own rivalry. Apparently Nakamura has angered Kiriko to the point where Kiriko has vowed to end Nakamura's reign. It was Nakamura's win at Sepang that brought Kiriko into aero competitions in the first place. Not to mention they're both cousins. While Nakamura is enjoying her time representing Hachama, Kiriko is allowing herself to get herself against Nakamura. Kiriko wins that sort of mini battle at Sportsman Tsugo, but ooh, here comes an interesting sight here. Shaki Vresa now up into 5th place. So there's this rivalry going on between Nakamura and Kiriko. Driver in the Malaysian nationality. Seirin goes at the pole position with a 150.172 on the final minute. Kiriko isn't going to take any further part in qualifying. We're going to see how the 3rd sector goes for Ed Sky. He has been pretty quick though. Only a 10th second behind Seirin. Goyena though might have some challenge before Seirin. Check onto Ed Sky right now, who is on the hunt for a very quick lap time, potentially a pole position. I don't think anyone has gone faster than Ed Sky, but I don't think, yeah, he does improve. Beats Labradores, beats Shaki Vreza, and we are going to see the last drivers complete their laps, even as some go to the pits. Here is Jake Martinez, set to complete his lap, but I don't think he is having a faster time. Meanwhile, Mohamed Shaki Freza on his own set of challenges that he needs to face. Improvements. You will see how many more drivers are about to cross the line. It's Goyena in the pits as well as Seirin. That's their qualifying over. But will Nakamura have anything to respond though? She is stuck behind Daniel Barger. Nakamura, because slower, and that's contact between Nakamura and that's Daniel Barger. Broke too late. Well, Barger was also on his lap here, but at this point Nakamura is just giving up her run here. We will see if Barger might see some improvements here as one of the last cars out on the grid. I don't think that's going to be the case. And Sky Chaka Labradores, last cars out on track, and we are seeing improvements from Ed Sky. He has gone up to 4th. Ed Sky's gone up to 4th. Wow. But that should be the end of qualifying, and we are going to congratulate Seirin this time for her pole position here in the Motegi 400 Tsuyo Series race. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the Motegi 400 race, and we are just going to see how it goes while I also try to adjust the cameras. Anyways, we got Seirin on pole position for Otonose Kanade. Daniel Goyera will start second for Uzara Pecora. Ayo Nakamura will start third for Akichama with 4th place, and Sky for Kazama Iroha. Hanami Kiriko will start 5th on her debut for Himori Luna in Hololive GT3. And then we got Momoshaki Freza in 6th place for Himori Luna. Moses Nene. Chaka Labradores for Natsuri Matsuri will start 7th in car number 7. We're rushing Kurashi of 8 for Laplace Darkness. Dan Barger starts 9th for Fujimachi Suisei, with Jason inside 10th for Louis. From Overboard 11th. He races for Ozora Subaru, with Kyle Williams 12th for Kanata. UCM starts 13th for Polka with 14th Blaze Riding and Joey. Samiaki in his Hololive GT3 debut will start 15th for Shiraka Fuki with Lenzariki 16th for Hosha Marine. Also, Wizards start 17th for Yugami Korine, with Jim Martinez 18th for Yodoshi Ao, with Joshua Sahi 19th for Hakui Koyori. Alright, so we are just going to go for a slight break as we are going to get ourselves ready for the start. So we are going to take a slight break here for a few minutes. We'll be coming back in around 10:15, 10:16 JST. So please stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Alright, now we're ready for the race to start as we got preparations going. We got 19 cars lining up here for the Tsuyo Series Motegi 400. Seirin on pole position, Danilo Goyena in second place one more race before the finale in Suzuka, but we'll have to deal with this one first here. And we are off, and it is a great start from Seirin. But will Danilo Guyana take a down the inside? The straight line speed isn't there for Seirin. Danilo Guyana is going to go down the inside to challenge, as all the other cars now barrel their way into turn 1. It is now Danilo Guyana trying to challenge Seirin. Danilo Guyana now takes the lead of the Motegi 400 race here. Shaka Reza has been overtaken by Kiriko. Kiriko now challenges at Sky. She is going to try to get herself into 4th place. It's going to be Guyana leading Seirin, Nakamura 3rd, Kiriko 4th, Sky 5th, Shaka Reza 6th, Labrador is 7th, Kurashio 8th, Kinsai 9th, Olgor 10th. And now Shaka Reza is going to cause some more trouble though. For Ed Sky is going to get shuffled off by Shaka Reza. Great racing action here so far here in Twin Ring Motegi. Goyanna's lead over Seirin is pretty fragile. So I'm going to need to check the race film monitor. And yes, everyone is going to be making there at least one pit stop. We will see though, Seirin has been very, very good in the corners, like the antithesis of the Honda and NSX, but for mid-engine cars. So Sasai has gone off the track and has been overtaken by Sami Ake. But this is for the last place spots here, as Tyler Williams, or rather Joey, has overtaken Osne Wizard in the Jupiter runner number 67, but not before Osne Wizard tries to fight back. Nakamura, meanwhile, is going to pounce on Seirin. Nakamura is going to be attacking on Seirin. Seirin trying to defend around the outside. Doesn't have the straight line speed. Almost loses the car. Still going side by side at the final corner there. Seirin trying her best to keep that 296 up there, but I don't think Seirin is able to catch up. Now Hanami Kiriko is going to try to make a pass onto Seirin right now. She's already trying to force Seirin off wide. But Kiriko isn't going to see any opportunities, but this time Shaki is going to try to fight back on Kiriko. Will he have something down the inside? Nope. There's nothing down the inside for the middle sibling, Shaki Reza. Meanwhile, Kiriko is up there, and that is Jake Martinez now down in 18th place. Now makes a move against Joe Shosai to try to get his position back. And now Joe Shosai, he is going to be lining up a move down the inside, but he's just too far back. Ricci is going to be making his efforts to get up into 12th place. He can find a way past Daniel Barger. Meanwhile, Seirin is on the hunt here. Nakamura looking for her 3rd win in Hololive GT3 this season. Has already given Hachama's 5th win in Hololive GT3, and of course Hachama is gotta be someone who is absolutely proud of this type of machine here. Lap 3 of this race, and we are been confirmed to have everyone cross the line. Jay Martinez will be pitting the earliest. Shaki Reza will try to hang on the longest. So we are going to be seeing some interesting strategies at play. Kiriko will also be pitting in the mid stages of this race, hoping to hang on. But we'll see Nakamura though trying to go down the inside already against Goyena, who is currently in control so far. see here that's a decent exit though from Seirin to try to get close though to Nakamura and Goyena, but just not there yet. And of course, Hachama has essentially, how do we put this? Has been made aware of win number 5 and has enjoyed the win herself. Nakamura is gonna try to do one better and get to number 6. If she gets to win number 6, she will match. Well, Hachama will match Himori Lunas' wins total in Hololive GT3. So it is going to be a massive intrigue to see if Nakamura can get the job done. Because we do like this type of standing there every manufacturer basically being matched in terms of parity. Motegi still trying to find a way past Marger. And that is a somewhat of a decent exit there, but it's going to be negated by the Lexus Street line power. Motegi though still seeing if he can find something against the Hoshiomi. Meanwhile, looking to get that Himori Luna Honda into the podium and to soften the blow that Nakamura is having right now. She's already lining up to move down the inside against Seirin. No problems there for Kiriko, but as you can see here, that's not a great exit though from Kiriko. Misjudged the exit completely. That's going to allow Seirin back into third. Gets back up to over a second. Somewhat. But we'll see if Kiriko's able to claw that gap back down. See here, Kiriko, it's a bit of a messy move there. Essentially, trying to get herself into Seirin again. Nakamura, meanwhile, is hassling Goyena, giving a lot of pressure to Goyena as well. But Goyena really needs to hang on to this one. Goyena, he is also going to be one of the last drivers to make a pit stop. So I think Goyena has a serious shot at winning here in Motegi and to end this another 3-year drought that has been going since 2022. You also Wizard and Joey trading places between each other as they're still going to go side by side at the S. Joey now using the superior cornering ability from that RC-F is going to put himself into the points, but can he hang on? That is going to be a massive question here. Meanwhile, Kiriko has overtaken Seirin finally. This is after Kiriko has made him move down the inside and have essentially nailed down the spot here. It's now a Honda 1, 2, 3, Goyena, Nakamura, and Kiriko in the top 3. And that's Joshua Asahi out. That's Joshua Asahi out of the race. It looks like he made contact with Jake Martinez and also fast lap to Maverick Duciem as well. But we will see how it happened to Joshua. So here's what happened. Joshua Asahi misjudged the corner completely, hits the back of Sami Ake, tried to get the car back, struggled with the brakes, and I think that's Joshua Asahi. That is Joshua Asahi. His race over. First retirement of the day goes to Asahi now. That is gonna send a few drivers up there. Not that Asahi is gonna be counting points anyway. Asahi is gonna be leaving. Asahi is going to leave Motegi empty-handed and likely out of title contention. Meanwhile, we are taking a look here into the Honda train forming behind Goyena. Goyena is literally trying his absolute best to keep Nakamura, Kiriko, and Seirin at bay. Seirin has superior coronary abilities, but the straight line speed just isn't there. Basically, the Lexus of mid-engine cars. We are seeing what has been amazing parody so far by the drivers, and Kiriko is going to be lining up a move down the inside against her fellow rival Nakamura. Kiriko's going to try to make a move down the inside. And not quite yet, but she is getting close though. Nakamura is struggling. And you can see here, Kiriko is absolutely relishing this battle here. Nakamura, meanwhile, is currently feeling, I'm not sure, nervous because she knows that what her biggest rival is currently behind. And right now we are taking a look here. Seirin has made his move against Seirin. Seirin, after starting very well in second place, is going to be dropping down the order. Shakireza is going to try to get himself into fourth place to get himself into the action. And the move is done. Meanwhile, more battles are forming here. Crushu versus Lapadores. Crush is going to try to make his move against Lapadores. Lapadores is going to try to defend down the inside. And you can see Crusher gets blocked by Ed Sky. Yep, you can see here Lapadores just is more comfortable in the corner than Crusher. Crusher has to tuck himself back in to the back of Lapadores. Alright, turn 9. Let's see how it goes from here. And you see Nakamura really starts to lose touch though to Goyena. Goyena is also losing touch to Nakamura a bit. Meanwhile, Joey now goes down the inside again against Alternate Wizard, but I think this time he nails the move. He now gives himself back to the points. Meanwhile, Joey is gonna go at it against well, Wizard here. Meanwhile, Lapadores has seen Ed Sky come into the pit stop. Ed Sky is going to be due to make 4 pit stops. And this would, and right now it is still the status quo of oh, and that is both Hondas. That's both Hondas making silly mistakes somewhat. And this time Kiriko has a very great run off of the turn 3, but is still too far back to make any move whatsoever. You can see here Kiriko now is going to see if she can line up a move. Well, we are coming into the first 40 kilometers of this race. And that is a decent exit though from Kiriko. She just needs to nail it at the exit of turn 10 if she wants to make her move. And I think she is pretty tidy there into this one, but her acceleration leaves much to be desired. The top 3 is currently only separated. The top 3 currently separated by 1.5 seconds at most. As you can see here, just nothing is going to be able to separate them. Meanwhile, Labrador is going to try to get himself into the top 5. Tries to send Saren off. Saren is going to try to cause some issues with Labradors. That's Saren having a great exit off that corner. And see, let's see if she's able to defend her way into the straight here. Saren might have something on her as Olgor now comes into the pits. Duciem also now comes into the pits. As you can see here, Saren is just very tidy though. The exit of the corner just allows her to keep herself ahead. Oh, and Daniel Guyena making a mistake there. Now Nakamura is going to try to go down the inside against Daniel Guyena. But I think Nakamura has messed up her line. And that's going to open the door for Kiriko to make a move. Meanwhile, Jace Kinsai has overtaken Rustim Karashio in a Hololux battle on its own. And that's Jake Martinez, though, having some damage and was off the track. We'll see what happened to him. And I think this is what happened. Martinez just, again, misjudged to the back of Sami Ake, but has recovered the car very well. Get himself back in the race. This car's having a decent day here. Chaka Labrador is in 6th. Olmor now inside the top 10. Joe inside the points, going to reaching in 11th. Meanwhile, Kiriko is going to try to go down the inside, possibly against Nakamura. Might there be contact? But the answer is going to be no. Nakamura is keeping Kiriko honest. And actually, they're both keeping each other honest there, as they both keep trading blows between each other. Goyena is still doing an amazing job defending this race lead away against the rest of the pack. Kiriko is the fastest of the Honda and Lexus inside the top 3. Also, Wizard now comes into the pits. Oh, rather, that's Wizard Richie now coming into the pits. And Nakamura has overtaken Goyena for the race lead. Goyena's made a mistake and turn 1 goes off wide. And that's going to send the Hachama Honda up on top. Here's the issue here. Will Nakamura be able to pull away against Goyena? The answer is provisionally going to be a bit of a yes here, as also Kiriko is going to be taking a move down the inside against Goyena. They're both side by side. Kiriko, will she be making a move down the inside? No! Goyena has managed to defend 2nd. Nakamura's pulling away. And that's going to Richie now down in 18th place. Kiriko is still stuck behind Goyena right now. Nakamura is pulling away. Kiriko cannot rest right now because there's multiple cars behind her. So she absolutely needs to take it easy and judge the got Goyena slightly pulling away against Kiriko. Kiriko is now struggling. Martinez is pitted for the second time. Williams is turned up. Martinez begins first stop. Williams also makes his pit stop. Kiriko has lost out just a bit to Goyena, who is also losing out to Nakamura just a bit. Alright, so lap 11 in this race. Second race is now trying to catch up against Kiriko, and we are checking some interesting developments from last lap 152. 150.2 for Nakamura, who is going to be set to get her third win of the season. And as it stands, Jake Martinez currently almost out of the picture. Goyena is still in it though. Kiriko also in this fight as well. This also technically means that, as it stands right now, all Lexus cars will be out of contention. Seirin might still be in it, only barely. Actually, no, Seirin will not be in title contention as well. It shows you the level of quality that we are seeing here. Seirin is still making her move against Shaki Preza, but she's not close enough. Joey still hunting Ultimate Wizard right now, but still too far back. We are coming into the second quarter of this race. We already have some strategies trying to be at play. Norris meanwhile trying to chase Seirin, so we're going to be focusing on him. Kiriko is not the fastest driver out of the three NSXs. Goyena is struggling just a bit, but we'll see if Kiriko can line up a good move against Goyena, and if Kiriko can bring herself up into second place, then she is gonna be able to bring this point sweep to her advantage and to firmly put Himori Luna up into the annals of the winningest Hololive GT3, winningest talent in Hololive GT3. And of course, continuing the legacy that has been left over by Mohamed Shadan Reza and Saki Sakura, and also some of the other drivers that we haven't mentioned. Kiriko, meanwhile, is absolutely hounding Goyena right now. Nakamura now pulls away with a 3.8-second gap. Here we go, still trying to find something. And here's a close look into Kiriko's helmet design. Very nice here. And it's an okay-ish exit though from Kiriko. I don't think she's gonna be making a move down the inside anytime soon. She's just not close enough. Kinsai against Labradores. Kinsai now goes up into 6th. But number 4, Labradores, anything to say about it. So now go up into 6th place. 154 for Nakamura, 151.5 for Goyena. 151.1 for Kiriko. You see here, Gwen just has the advantage of actually, what do we call it? Having a better acceleration from the corner. Olgor and Corratio battle it out as Kinsai Labradors also battle it out between each other. Corratio is gonna see if he's able to get himself back into eighth, and yes, he does. The more Kiriko stays behind Goyena, the more Nakamura is going to stay ahead. Meanwhile, we still got Joey now up in 12 against Austin Wizard. Daniel Barger now inside the top 10. Goyena going to reach Kyle Williams now added between each other, and that is going to be both of them. Kiriko meanwhile chasing Goyena once again, but Goyena just showed him a very good car for defense. Now Kiriko is going to get herself into Goyena as Nakamura now comes into the pits. Looks like Nakamura has kind of fluffed up in one area, and that is actually, I think she's gonna be good for the rest of this race though. I noticed though, because if I look into the pit stops here, yes, Nakamura will be good for the rest of this race. Sky has made a pit stop once again, as we mentioned earlier. There's going to be Goyena and Kiriko with a straight fight for the race lead. Now this will be a big question though. If Nakamura gets into the back of Sami Ake soon enough, then she's going to be stuck behind traffic, and that's going to cause some trouble. The exhaust that is normal. Oh, and that's not a good idea to go for the cars into the turn 11 section. And Chemflummi now going to the back of Kiriko. Kurashi set across this lap outright. 150, 129. We haven't seen a 149 just yet. Kiriko now loses some touch though to Goyena, as she now gets to be under pressure from her own brother Chemflummi. Now trying to take a move down the inside. Ake now comes into the pits. Nakamura is unleashed right now, and she has the serious ability to build a gap for herself. Right now we are checking Chemflummi is already against Kiriko, as he now comes in way closer. We'll see if any of these things happen here. But right now the top three are currently in a stalemate and seeing each other. Seirin now comes into the pits. Seirin, who has been up there in the top positions, is currently having some time to get her car serviced. Nearest rival will be between Nakamura and Kinsai. Joining her will be Rim Olgor and Daniel Barger. So it will be an interesting sight to see if any of these drivers will be how many seconds they will be behind Nakamura, who is currently leading this race. Seirin isn't gonna take long though. She is gonna be in a position to see if she's able to chase Nakamura. Olgor's also done a very good pit stop, all things considered, as he's now gone ahead of Kinsai. Goyena still leading against Kiriko, running in second place. Still trying to chase. And you can see here it's a interesting dynamic for the second and third place drivers here. Not sure about the thingy, but I think the engines are pretty good. We've seen this yesterday. And right now, Goyena is still doing his absolute best to keep this lead away. Looking at the gaps between the leaders. Check here, Nakamura is only 31 seconds behind Kiriko and Goyena. Check out only 1.5 seconds behind Goyena. Just needs a good exit. And make a mistake somewhere. Russia now comes into the pits. Joining him will be Osne Wizard. As the pit stop cycles are now coming in at full force. Kiriko still trying to see if she's able to get it. Very good exit so far, and right now she is getting closer, but she is running out of real estate to do so. Russia is inside right now. Russia just exited. Olgo will be passing. Actually, no. Russia will stay in 8th. Olgo 9th, inside 10th. Nakamura has slowly gone up a few positions there. Look back into Nakamura's last lap, 151.1, which is actually a pretty decent lap, all things considered for her. And right now we are potentially going to be seeing Goyena win for Sada Pecora. And Pecora getting her first win in aero competitions for the first time since 2022 will be a massive story to talk about. But right now we are going to take a look into their next few laps as well. Richie and Wizard going toe-to-toe between each other this time. Goyena now sitting 151.0s. Kiriko only slightly faster. So they are all faster than Nakamura. Meanwhile, Williams and Wizard go toe-to-toe between each other. It was a battle between two Brits, but now it's a battle between Canada and Corone. Sean Paul used to drive this car, the 56 Honda. He made a shock announcement that he has retired from shock announcement to retire in ARO competitions. Kiriko still trying her absolute best though to chase down Goyena for the race lead. Goyena has been absolutely stellar when it comes to defensive driving, and you just wonder if Kiriko is getting a bit agitated from all this. Pecora and Luna are also no strangers to partnering between each other, and this is essentially a very good example of that. back into, as Kiriko still is now actually taking the race lead away as Goyena comes down to the pits. Kiriko will lead her first lap in Hololive GT3. She will lead for the first time in ARO competitions. Goyena now comes into the pits. It's now Kiriko's turn to see if she's able to stay ahead of Nakamura. If you look at her Kiriko's last lap, she has set a, really can't tell at the moment, 152, while Nakamura is going to be set to set a 1:837. So Kiriko might have a slight chance though to claw down the gap that she has lost to Nakamura. Got still at 30 seconds though, so it's gonna be pretty tight. Goyena has just exited in 5th place. Only a few seconds behind Nakamura. Only Kiriko, Shakireza, and Chaka Labradors have yet to make a single pit stop, as we're now coming into the second half of this race. So Kiriko now leads the field. Shakireza in second, still chasing. Oh, that's almost Chaka Labrador is making a move down the inside. Yeah, so you can see here on that Ferrari 296 section, a very complicated looking car. You see here. So Shakireza has made a move against Kiriko as Kiriko now comes into the pit. We will see if Nakamura has been able to successfully get herself ahead, but looking at how the gap to Goyena has closed down after the pit stop, I think Kiriko might have a realistic chance to get to the pits. Shakireza now leads temporarily. Kiriko is inside the pit box right now to service her car. Nakamura is going to come through to the final chicane. Stationary is Nakamura. Kiriko. Nakamura has gone on. Kiriko has just exited. It looks like Kiriko is going to lose not the lead, not just the lead, but potentially also second place, as Goyena almost beats Nakamura. Almost beats Kiriko. Kiriko trying to get a good exit off of turn 1, but no, Goyena continues to stay ahead. It is as it is right now, but the gaps have actually opened up a bit, as now she has been struggling for tire grip and is now overtaken by Seirin. Shakireza, meanwhile, is 31 seconds ahead of Nakamura, while Shakireza's chances of taking this race lead away is not gonna be the case here. Almost made yet another pit stop. Another one of those pit stop blunders, yeah. Kiriko still trying to find something at Seirin, but no response so far. Just look at how that 296 is just very comfortable in the corners there, and it's an acceleration. Cautious. Continuing to set 151 230s. Who knows? It might be Shakireza that might finally give Momosa Zunene her first win in ARO competitions. Well, in Hololive GT3, Shakireza has already won 3 races for Nenechi in Formula Hololive. He has yet to win a Hololive GT3 race. Nakamura setting 151s. Kiriko just getting out of the pits there as now set at 157. Feels like she's not found any improvement so far in that number 31 machine. It's gonna be condemned to only finish in 4th unless she finds something against Seirin and Goyena. Even then, that requires Nakamura to fluff up her lines. Here's Williams, here's Nakamura. So the odds of lap cars are pretty much low. Well, actually, cars blocking Nakamura's way is going to be low. There's already lap cars already. If you want to know what I mean, you can see. Never mind. Anyways, we are just catching on to the rest of this race here. The gap between Nakamura and Chakareza is now open at 32 seconds. Chakareza might actually have a realistic chance to win this race by being the last car out on the track before he makes a pit stop. Chakareza only has 6 laps of fuel to go, and if he can still set 151s, then he can, and then he will absolutely ace the strategy here. And Sky is gonna be temporarily lapped by Chakareza. This is before Chakareza makes his own pit stop. Nakamura in 2nd, Chakareza still having that race lead for himself. Gaps slowly opening up there between the two. I will reckon this though. If Kyoko gets into the podium and assuming Chakareza stays in 1st or 2nd, and Nakamura either wins it or sits in 2nd, then it's gonna be the first time an entire family, an entire extended family, shares the podium in aero competitions. Nakamura looking to get her first 6th win. Hachima's 6th win. Nakamura looking to get her 3rd win in Hololive GT3. Trying to cement herself as one of the all-time greats in the series. The series slowly comes to a close. Chakareza finally coming into the pits. Nakamura is now charging. We are not going to be expecting Chakareza to be far behind Nakamura anytime soon. Chakareza is still inside the pit box right now, just doing his own thing as he changes his tires, fills up the car. And Chakareza has gone now to his pit box. Nakamura is in the main straight. Chakareza might have some time though to get himself in, but I think it's going to be Nakamura taking the lead. Chakareza is going to take 2nd place. But the one advantage that he will have is that he will have the freshest tires available. And for all those who want to see some interesting battles here, it's not over because Ed Sky is only about 15 to 20 seconds ahead of Irie Nakamura before he gets lapped. Still an interesting look here, see if there's anything going at it. Alright, 24 laps complete. Shaka's gap to Nakamura is at 1.5 seconds. Goyana and Sayren's gap between each other is around 7/10 of a second. Kiriko loses touch a bit from this chart. Nakamura gaining. Shaka's gaining 4 positions. Ricci and Wizard gaining 5 positions. Joey not inside the top 10. Yushia makes yet another pit stop, and that might be lap car territory. We'll have to see how it goes from here. The right hand race will have to flow naturally on its own. Tile goes up to 16th. Yuriko still taking a look into the scenery in front of her. Seirin, Goyana, and Shakureza still ahead so far. If you have any thoughts about this race, please share in the live chat. I'll be reading and see if I can respond anytime soon. Oh, you can see here, that's Seirin going off very wide there, trying to get into Shakureza's gaps, but it slides off into the process. We'll see about that. Meanwhile, Goyana is hounding Nakamura. If there's anything going on right now. And that's Kiriko, Labradoris, and Caraccio spinning out. Looks like both of them have made contact between each other. It looks like it's going to be Hanabi Kiriko out of the race. Oh my goodness, what has happened there on lap 26? So here is what happened here. Oh, that's Hanabi Kiriko just slamming into the back of... that's just her slamming into the back of... Seirin, and that's just gonna be her out of the race. That's a rookie mistake from her, and I think that is not gonna do her championship battle any favors, as she is gonna be confirmed to DNF from this race. Whether or not she will still remain in this championship hut, I have no idea. As it stands right now, I don't think she will. I think she'll be out of title contention. Not the return of investment that people have been looking for, but at least this will give other drivers a chance to step up. This is cinema, not in the way people intended, but we will have to proceed as usual. Go out of the race in Motegi after misjudging the braking zone and they're hitting the back of Seirin. Not the way to finish the race as it is. But of course, race has to progress as it is right now. Siren in fourth place, trying to get her podium. Alright, so Seirin, Chakafreza, Goyena, and Nakamura is going to be making their way up there. As it stands right now, with Nakamura winning, it will be her in complete control of the standings. Goyena might still just be in it. Chakafreza is not going to be in it either. Seirin also not going to be in it. This is literally the antithesis of the title battle that we have in the Zako, where all 17 drivers will still be in contention. But this time, only 2 will fight for the Tsuyo title, and both of them will be Hondas as it stands. Actually, there is also Jake Martinez also joining in on the fight. Warner will also be out of title contention at this rate. Alternate Wizard, currently running decently in 11, is also going to be out of contention. Samiaki will score points in his debut for Shirakami Fubuki, but will be out of contention as well. Mary CM and Atsky will also be the other drivers out of the points here. Jace Kinsai will be set to score 8th, Lorenzo Ricci 10th, and Joey in 9th. So as it stands right now, only 3 drivers will remain in the title hunt. Ari Nakamura, Danilo Goyena, and Jake Martinez. Assuming the results stand as it is, Nakamura is absolutely gunning for Hachimaz's 6th win in Hololive GT3, which will tie her with Himomori Luna for most wins in Hololive GT3. And well, the results will speak for themselves as for now, but I think Kinsai is chasing Olgo right now, but we will see how it will go right now. Alright, so Kinsai, having decent amount of damages on the left side, is just going to to find some way into Aalborg. But yeah, the championship context here right now, only 3 drivers will still be in the hunt right now. Only 3 drivers. It will be Ari Nakamura with the best advantage possible. And of course, when it comes to reputations, there's really not much to talk about. Because right now, the permutation is literally between Nakamura and Boyena. Boyena might do the impossible and win a Hololive GT3 title by not winning a race, but this requires Nakamura to have a catastrophically bad race. But right now we are but then again, this car is very much suited for the corners instead of for the straights. Alright, we are going to continue to take a look into how it looks for the field here. Tamiaki and Austin Wizard are now going at it between each other, but for now, nothing is coming off between each other. Jason Ty now comes into the pits, though. This will be a bit of something, I do noticed. Alright, apologies if there's going to be some quiet time in the commentary, as I'm literally the only one in commentary booth, and there is literally no one that's going to just join me for now. So I am focusing on other things as well, so that's something that, while there's not much racing action right now, we are just going to just point out a few things currently going on here. Lexus finally will have a very good points day. Check Labrador's now inside the top 5. Other Lexus cars inside the top 10. Joey will finally score a point for once. It's crazy though about Joey's fortunes. It's just how that his fortunes have been in recent times. Alright, 32 laps complete. We are coming into the final 10 laps now. Goiana's gap to Nakamura has opened up to 8 seconds. Nakamura isn't going to be meeting lap cars anytime soon. So win number 6 is almost going to be guaranteed. Unless some prerequisites happen. Alright, so Seirin is now in 4th place, Shakureza in 3rd. Still on a stalemate between each other. Kurashio in 6th. So we're gonna have a slight update in the standings here. Oh, Samiaki now comes into the pits though. Not gonna lose a lot of positions though. Nakamura, Goiana, Shakureza, Seirin, Labradores, Kurashio, Allgore. Joey has overtaken Ricci. Kinsai has now dropped down to 13th place. Sami Ake is going to be set to only be scoring a single point. But it's still a point though, so that's a bonus. So it's going to be 6th to 10th. Kurashio, Allgore, Joey, Ricci, and Wizard. Barger is in 11th, Martinez 12th. Jace Kinsai is in 13th. Sami Ake and Tyler Williams. Oh, and Nakamura has to go to a pit once again. Nakamura doesn't have enough fuel. Ari Nakamura doesn't have enough fuel. Not enough fuel to make it win number 6. The championship is now wide open once again. Goiena now has his race lead and is set to become Usada Pecoro's first race winner since 2022. You see this with the Zako Series race yesterday. We are seeing it again this time in the Tsuyo. The late pit stops due to being a fuel mileage race is gonna be something that not even I have expected. Nakamura have now exited in 9th place. 9th! Championship battle is now wide open once again. Shakureza is on the precipice to take this, to take it all away. Goiena will now have the championship lead if he can stay up in. If you can stay up there, but Shakureza is going to be challenging Goiena. Oh my goodness. Well, still going to be Dean Martin in championship contention. Rim Olgo against Rustim Kurashio. Rim Olgo around the outside against Kurashio, but Kurashio will have the straight line speed. Olgo will have the acceleration. And that is Kurashio down the inside, and Olgo staying around the outside with that superior cornering ability. And that's going to be Olgo now up in 5th place. Seirin will now be in 3rd. It's a race of what could have been for Kiriko, as she will not come out of this race feeling dejected that Luna is now out of title contention. Looks like Himori Luna will not defend the Tsuyo Series title after all. It will be passed on to a different driver. Talk about how things ebb and flow, and I know that right now it has already ebbed and flowed to the advantage of certain people. Now we are going to be seeing once again Shakib Reza to see if he's able to make the pass against the Goyena. Goyena is charging right now. Now trying to make it Nenechi's first win in Honda GT3 and to set himself into the Tsuyo Series contention for the title. No Lexus cars will be fighting for it, but Chucky Reza is going to have a good whack at it. If he can just land a single move against Goyena, then it's going to be 4 drivers in contention instead of 3. But Goyena really wants this for the Nosagis. But you can see Goyena just understeers into the off-wide. That's going to be something to pay attention. And again, that is another crucial mistake from Goyena. Shakib Reza gets held back. And as for the lap cars, there's Maverick DCM. So looks like every finisher is going to be finishing on the lead lap. And now we are checking into Shakib Reza's onboard to see what he sees. He absolutely needs this win for Nenechi, for Moses and Nene to be in the championship hunt. But right now, Goyena is making it quite difficult for Shakib to mount any charge. But you can see Shakib Reza just struggles from the exit of the quarters, and now Goyena is still looking like he makes some pretty crucial mistakes. But as you can see here, he sometimes carries too much speed to the corners and goes off wide. And as you can see here, the gaps now open up and close, ebbing and flowing. Goyena is only slightly faster than Shakib Reza from that last lap. Looks like Shakib is a bit tidier in turn 1. Rustin Kurashio has now come into the pits in yet another twist. And where has this went so wrong? But anyways, Shakib Reza is going to, as notice here, Adak Nakamura has now set the fastest out of this race. Kurashio will be set to exit in 9th place. Shakib Reza, meanwhile, isn't going to be giving up on this battle just yet. He dreams of getting it into the Tsuyo, and that is a decent exit from Shakib Reza. Gets closer to Goyena, who actually understeers from that corner. Shakib Reza still looking for his first win in Hololive GT3. Looking for a move down the inside against Danilo Goyena. And as you can see here, that is actually Goyena struggling big time here. Will Shakib Reza think it will move down the inside? 38 laps and we still don't know. So it's gonna be towards that top 5. Joey 6th, Richie 7th. Nakamura is currently in 8th, and that is actually Danilo Goyena coming into the pits. Danilo Goyena has come to the pits. Shakib Reza now leads the Motegi 400. 4 laps to go, and I think it's gonna be going down to Shakib Reza, who might actually take this win after all. It's a massive shock once again. Shakib Reza is gonna see if he can get his win. It's been multiple years in the making. He has to wait over 3 years to get himself up to the lead of a Hololive GT3 race, and this time he's up there in the lead with only 3.5 laps to go. All he needs to do is to stay up there on top, and if he can hang on to that position, he will be crowned as a Hololive GT3 race winner. And he's absolutely relishing the situation here. Looking for his first win. He has had a few misses with only a few podium finishes, but now it's going to be the case. Goyena has exited just behind Nakamura. So it's going to be Shakib Reza, Seirin, Shaka Labradors will score in the podium positions. Then Olgor, and then also Olgor in 4th. 5th is Joey. After tons of trials and tribulations, it now comes down to this. Lorenzo Ricci currently 6th. Nakamura, actually no, it's gonna be Ricci 6th, Nakamura in 7th. Goyena 8th, Kurashio 9th, Osne Wizard 10th. 3 laps to go. Shakib Reza just needs to hang on. As it stands right now, 4 drivers actually know. It's no longer just 3 drivers in contention, with Goyena and Nakamura having to make late pit stops. And with Shakib Reza taking this win, the number of eligible title contenders have now gone back up into this one. And it looks to me that Kiriko is still going to be eligible for the championship. Looks like it's going to be all drivers: Ari Nakamura, Danilo Goyena, Jake Martinez, Shakib Reza, Hanami Kiriko is back in the title fight, Daniel Barger, Seirin, and Joshua Asahi. They will be the drivers who will be competing for the title in Suzuka for the Tsuyo series to be crowned as Hololive GT3 champions. As it stands, Shakib Reza will also get even closer to Ari Nakamura, though. He will take 4th place. My goodness. Like this, Shakib Reza leading Seirin, who is doing very well to stay where she is right now. Shaka Labrador is 3rd. Olgor 4th, Joey 5th. Nakamura 6th. Has just overtaken Lorenzo Ricci. And and then Danilo Goyena 8th, Horacio 9th, Osne Wizard down in 13th. Wizard also makes a late pit stop here. It's Horacio. Martinez now up inside in 11th. Inside in 11th. Williams in 3rd. Wizard in. Oh my goodness. Daniel Barger is now. Sammy Ake has now gone up to 14th. So as of the finishers right here, Barger last, Ake 14th, Wizard 13th, Williams 12th, Kinsai 11th, Martinez 10th. But we are coming to the final lap of this race. Shakib Reza is gonna be finally grabbing his win for Moses Unene after multiple near misses in Hololive GT3. It will now come to an end pretty soon. What has got to be another wind drop broken. It was Muhammad Cashew who ended a 3-year wind drought for Tsunamaki Watame just yesterday, and now Shakib Reza is on the precipice of making it work for Nenechi as he will now cross the line to start the final lap of the Motegi 400 Series race in the lead, in the best seat possible. And right now it is going to be full charge for and right now he is going to be explosive here. He's going to go something like that. Shakib Reza has been getting up there slowly but surely, and you know there's more battles here. Martinez against Jace Kinsai. Kinsai now goes up into 10th, tries to make a move against Jake Martinez. Jake Martinez doesn't have much of a response here. Going to be a swap of positions between Jace Kinsai and Jake Martinez. Martinez now drops down to 11th, Kinsai in 10th. But for Shakib Reza, you really can't fault him. He aced the pit stop strategy. Made his strategy very clear. Gets himself focused and also kept himself in it. He basically kept digging until the end. And right now, Shakib Reza is going to be punching a ticket for a championship battle in Suzuka. He's been explosive this race. Daibuxo, if you will. He's channeling the inner Daibuxo energy. As Shakib Reza is about to cross the line, exiting the final corner. Mama Shakib Reza finally is a Hololive GT3 winner. Mama Shakib Reza and Momo Suzunene win the Motegi 400 Tsuyo Series race. Sayre in 3rd, Labradoris scores podium, both of them. Sayre and Labradoris get into the podium for the first time in their Hololive GT3 careers. Olgor 4th, Joey 5th, and a very good points day for Team Lexus. Finally, Nakamura ends up in 6th, Ricci 7th, Goyena in 8th, Horacio set to finish 9th. Jace Kinsai now leading Martinez to finish inside the top 10. It was Nakamura, Goyena, and Kiriko who were controlling this race. But with results going some drivers' way, this will mean that by the time we get to Suzuka, we will have 8 drivers still in contention for the title. Martinez 11, Williams 12, Wizard 13, Ake 14 in his AB race. For Shirakami Fubuki, Daniel Barger finishes last on the points finishers for Suisei. Next guy 16, and Matt Reduce here will be the last driver to cross the line as we're about to make it official. My goodness, that was a race and a half. Let's take a look at the results here. Masaki Reza wins for Nenechi. Seirin second for Otonose Kanade. Chaka Labrador is third for Matsuri. Ogor fourth for Ozora Subaru. And by the way, just want to confirm there will be no Lexus cars in the championship fight, unfortunately. And then as we're going to move into 5th place, Joey finally scores his first point for Jufu Teiraden. It had been coming for a long time, but finally gets to score a point. Nakamura has to be disappointed that he finishes 6th after a late race pit stop. But she will still be in the championship lead. 7th place, Lorenzo Ricci for Hosho Marine. Danilo Goyena, close but no cigar for him. He finishes 8th for Pecora. 9th place, Rustin Caraccio for Lapis Darkness with Takane Luis. Jay Skinside 10th. Jake Martinez 11th for Hiro de Xiao. Tyler Williams 12th for Kanata. Ose was at 13th for Korone. Sami Aki 14th for Fubuki. And Sui says Daniel Barger 15th. That's Sky Mamadou being the 2 Nissans who finish this race but score outside points for Iroha and Polka respectively. Hanami Kiriko out of this race for Imori Luna in her Hololive GT3 debut. And then there's also Joshua Sahi also out of this race for Hakui Koyori. Holy. Anyways, we are just going to again do our replay saving and all that stuff. But anyways, we are going to also take a look into the championship standings as it stands right now for the drivers involved. Ayo Nakamura has been confirmed to be in, still be in the championship lead, but her lead has now been dropped down to 50 points to Jake Martinez. Gained against Jake Martinez, but for Danilo Goyena, it is still a case of chaseable championship battle to be for the rest of the drivers here. Goyena 63 points behind Nakamura, Shaki Reza 101 points behind Nakamura, Kiriko 148 points behind Nakamura, Barger and Seirin, and also Joshua Sahi needing essentially a win and Nakamura to be out of the race for them to be considered champions, and also the results to go their way as well. And for Nippon back, they are out of the championship battle, as their points, that gap to Nakamura have been too great to claw back at Suzuka, coming to Suzuka. First driver out is Tyler Williams, and then Chaka Labrador, despite scoring a 3rd place here, is going to be out of the dumps. And then there's Austin Wizard, Jace Kinsai, Rustin Caraccio, Rim Olgor, Joey, Lorenzo Ricci, Maverick Duciem, Sami Aki, and Etsky. They will also be out of the points. So, anyways, just going to do this first. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning into today's stream. It has been very entertaining and fun to stream as we are concluding the Hololive GT3 weekend here in Motegi. Here we are going to prepare ourselves for the late August race in Suzuka to decide the Hololive GT3 champion for 24-25 once and for all, and to give it a pretty interesting swung song of sorts as well. That being said, I'm in the commentary booth, but that's not the only. But this is not the last race of the weekend. We still have the finale for Formula Hololive International, the finale Grand Prix Manalika coming up in the next few hours. In 3 hours this time, we'll be streaming that race on the same channel. So hope everyone is going to be able to tune in. That being said, I'm in the commentary booth, and we've been watching the Motegi 400 Tsuyo Series race. We'll see you in 3 hours. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you in the next race.